welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another speed build, but we're going to be focusing on the Able shop today. So if you can see on the left side of my entrance, that whole section is where I'm going to be focusing on this. I haven't done anything to this area besides I moved the Able store to the beach just so I can figure out where I want it. So it's pretty empty right now. It just has the trees. Because I used to have my house and the Able shop on this side just randomly placed, so I moved my house onto the right hand side of the beach, or not the beach, the island, just for right now. So I'm gonna start planting some trees here. This one was really tough for me because I generally didn't have a slight idea to what I wanted. I wanted to focus this left side on having the Able store and also the Nook's Cranny, because if I do have people coming over to the island to do any kind of shopping or to pick up any items, I want it to have kind of a designated side. I don't really want them to be wandering around on the island, you know, just in case we get anybody who wants to randomly run through everything. But yeah, so I knew I wanted to have a lot of trees around the Able shop just so it can kind of cover, like, hide a bit of the island that's behind it. So that's what I'm kind of doing here, is just planting some trees around. I knew I wanted to have the store on a higher level, so that's what you're gonna start seeing me build. I wasn't 100% sure on how big I wanted this to be, or even kind of like what shape I wanted it to be. So I kind of was just playing around with it because, like I said, I really didn't know what I was doing with this. I was just kind of going with it. But yeah, sorry if there's any lag in this video. For some reason, my recorder where I was recording this was running a little slower than usual, so sorry if you do see any of that. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, so all I know is that I want the store to be up here on the second level, and that I want the Nook's Cranny to still be on this side, but I haven't figured out exactly where I want it. So if you guys have any recommendations or ideas, do let me know in the comments below on where I should decorate for, or where I should place the Nook's store. But yeah, I am currently, I don't time travel, so I'm in October. I can't remember, I recorded this on like the second or third day. But I hope you guys are all enjoying the new update. I have seen a lot of people decorate already for Halloween and stuff, and everything is looking really, really good. I haven't gotten there yet. I believe I finally picked up some of my pumpkins, so I'm planting more of those. But obviously I wanted to kind of build this kind of stuff before I started Halloween decorating. But yeah, let me know if you guys are enjoying it and what your favorite items are. Here I kind of started reshaping the cliff that I had because I wanted to add more trees, like I said, and I didn't want to make the cliff too big because I didn't know what I wanted to add. But here I added some water detail I'm gonna start playing around with. I like when it's curved, so that like one edge was bothering me in this particular section. So I'm gonna start playing around with that here and kind of creating some water. I didn't want to ruin too much of the natural water path that was on the map, so that's why I didn't like go off on that or like kind of cover it up. But I wanted to tie it to the cliff so it could look a little bit more natural, as you can see here. As you can see, I'm still not that great at my water terraforming. I keep covering it up. And here I'm starting to build the second, technically the third layer, I guess you could say. Since the store is not that big of a building, I wanted to add a second cliff to put more trees and just to give it a little bit more depth I can't say the word, depth, and yeah, so it can just look a little bit nicer and more decorated. I really liked playing at this certain time. I think it was like around 5:30 or something. The colors and the sky just looked so pretty, and I like how it looked like this with the pine trees. I think it looked really nice. So here I went ahead and placed my Able store and the tree on top of the second cliff. And then I'm going to figure out kind of where I want the stairs to lead up to, or like where I want the stair entrance to be. So here I am kind of extending the cliff a little bit more out. I went with the log staircase just so it can look a little more, I don't know if I wanted it to look a little more woodsy because I'm trying to put a lot of greenery and a lot of trees everywhere, but I just felt like that looked nice, especially with the brown pathing that I've been using. So here I placed this, and then I decided to wait until the next day so I can see how everything looked. As you can see, this is my Halloween outfit, and I am never taking it off because I'm obsessed with that pumpkin head and this little Halloween outfit. I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween. I just never really have been. I get really scared really easily, and I'm not someone who likes to get dressed up and go trick-or-treating. But I really like how all the cute designs are in game. So I'll put this design code up now if anybody wants it for the outfit. Here I was trying to figure out, I wanted to have a little area where people can sit down, and I didn't know if I wanted to do a blanket or a table, but here I'm placing down this code, and then I realized I wanted to change it to the brown because the white was a little too, it didn't look that great against the green that I had at that moment. I was having a really hard time figuring out what I wanted to do because I thought waiting till the next day and seeing the building and the stairs would help me kind of have a better idea, but even this whole entire time I didn't know what I was doing. I just started placing things randomly. I do end up liking it at the end, but even for the majority of the whole entire time decorating, I just couldn't figure out how I wanted this area to look. So here I am just adding some bushes around and also another pine tree. I'm really excited for the regular trees, the ones that have the fruits and stuff. Excited for those to finally change colors. They're finally getting a bit lighter. But yeah, and I don't have that many of the Halloween items just because I've gotten the DIYs and I've been buying them in the Nook store, but I don't have that many pumpkins. But I have a really sweet friend who gave me a stack of the spooky fence, so that is what I'm using here because I think it really looks nice. Here I added also a bench and a drinking fountain. I ended up taking off that blanket because I didn't like it. I didn't know if I liked it. So now I'm playing around with adding a table and seeing how, if I want a seating area to be here. Truthfully, at the end, I kind of removed this area because I just couldn't work out what I thought looked good or what I even liked there. So yeah, I didn't fuss too much about, well, I fussed a little bit here, but I kind of just ended up realizing I didn't like it that much, so I just removed it. Something I personally do all the time is add little waterfalls everywhere if I have space that I'm trying to work with. which is why I added that water. But then I decided to start decorating in front of the store and see if that kind of inspired more things that I wanted to do with this whole area, because at this point I didn't know what to do. I customized the wagon the green color because when you look at the other colors, I would normally go for a white colored wagon, but the flowers were more bright, so they were like spring colors, so I did the green so that it could have the darker toned colors. And here I decided to add some outfits that I enjoy wearing outside of the store. I'll put all the codes for all of these 3 outfits that I'm going to be placing. 2 of them are by my friend Jess, who Island Tour we did a couple weeks ago. It was my first video, so I'll put up those designs here. And then the 3rd design is the dress that I'm wearing, which is like a little Halloween themed outfit. So I'll put those up now. And then here I am going around with the fencing. I didn't know what to do around this area, so I was just kind of playing around with it. I think also with what I was having trouble working with a little bit was the color of the grass, since it's really light now, but the trees are still green. Like everything is green, but everything's not a dark green. It was kind of, I was having trouble working with. So I decided to start adding stuff to the water, since the water is right next to this area. So I customized 2 of the mums. I think they're called a mum's cushion. So I put those there just to kind of add a little bit more detailing to the lake area. And I really liked how it started looking on this side. And then I started placing down the wagon and realized I kind of had to move everything to have it facing the certain way that I wanted it to be. This is when I started tackling this side of it. I just realized it was not working for me. Like if I ended up filling it, I would just fill it with random stuff because I didn't know what to create with it. So what I wanted to do was just add another tree, kind of going with that, just adding more greenery. So that's what you're gonna see me do here. I always put dirt underneath my trees, like if I have it in an area like this, because I feel like it looks a little bit nicer than just putting it on the grass, because then you're actually able to see like the leaf path that I put down. At this point, with this side kind of coming together, I finally started liking how this was looking. So I decided to play around with the bench on this side. And I added a little book just in case any of the villagers were gonna sit there. And then I just decided to fence off this right hand side. Something I personally do when I get stuck on decorating is just creating more sitting areas, or adding just more bushes and stuff. I'd rather do that than add just random clutter, just because it personally doesn't go with my island. So that's why I added that public bench on the right hand side, and then this little iron chair and table and coffee on the left hand side. One of my favorite items that has come about this game is this mountain bike. I just like adding it to different places because it looks like someone left it there. And yeah, this is the end result of what the Able store looks like. I ended up really liking this at the end, so I hope you guys did too. If you guys have any suggestions on anything I should add or remove or maybe change, please let me know. As always, I'll have all my information listed in the description box, as well as all the artwork. We have a new YouTube banner, so if you guys want to look at that, I'll leave the artist's information all in the description box as well. And just a reminder, I did create a Discord group, so if you guys want to join that, the link is also below, so you guys will get reminders personally from me through there if I have anything to update you guys with the videos. Like I said before, I hope you guys like how this turned out. Here I am with my pumpkin ahead. And yeah, I really appreciate all of your guys' support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.